Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to SA Accounting Academy. Here's a short clip on one of our previous webinars. I hope that you really do enjoy it.
Morning. Here in the Midlands, it seems like we're having a bit of a warm patch, which worries me because that usually means a cold patch is coming. And I hope that you are staying healthy and that you are looking after yourselves and after your families and that you're all well. So welcome to today's session. I have to say this is a session that I have been reflecting on and ruminating on and having discussions with friends and family and colleagues on, and trying to order my thoughts so that I can sort of put a systematic session together. And the more that I try and order my thoughts and put myself together in a systematic way, next minute it's like, whoops, there goes a squirrel, because a new thought comes to me and a new idea comes to me. And it really, I think, is one of those things about ethics. I'm for those of you that this is the second, or well, it's the third session, because we did the overview and then we did the personal ethics session, and then today is business ethics. So you've been with me for a bit now, and we are asked to reflect on our ethics. Ethics training is awareness. And as I said, I've been doing this for years and years. I was actually looking through my notes in preparation for today, and I realized, my very first ethics session I did in 2012. So next year I'm actually coming up for a decade of ethics training, and it still stumps me some days, and it still has me sitting back and staring at the ceiling and staring out the window and having robust discussions with people around me as to what does ethics mean, and what does ethics mean to you, and what does ethics mean in your business. And and it's just really such a live topic. It's a topic that just never grows old. It's a topic that is always relevant. And even having discussed personal ethics with you a couple of weeks ago, I still feel like there's so much more to discuss and so much more to say. I'm going to ask you, as you can see, for those of you saying good morning, on your side, you'll see that you can't really see who's who. I can see who's who, but you can't see who's who. Please put your thoughts into the chat box. Please reflect and have your comments, because that just gives texture and gives depth to the session. And I really do enjoy seeing your insight into some of the comments and some of the thoughts. And today we're going to head to the office. So last time we were chatting about who we were as persons and as people. I have to say we haven't left that topic totally, because that still is the grounding of who we are. Next session, we'll be looking at professional ethics. So there we will be going into most probably the area that we are most familiar with, or you may be the most familiar with ethics training, and that's the code of conduct, and going into sort of what is prescribed to us as a profession and what makes us as an accounting, what are the things as an accounting profession we focus on. But today, every single one of us that are here are in business, okay? Whether you are running your own practice, whether you are working for in commerce and industry, we are in business. Whether you're advising business, but even just your own practice, if you are in practice, you are in business. We are all in business. Even myself, I am in business. When you've got suppliers and clients and staff, when you've got a product that you're putting out into the market, we are in business. Okay, and every single business needs to reflect on the ethics, and needs to reflect on what ethics mean to them, and what the consequences of good ethics are, what good ethics look like, what bad ethics looks like, and that's really what today's session is about. And I have to say that I have rearranged these slides 5 different ways from Sundays, trying to have different ways to flow. Because, as I said, my brain just keeps on getting distracted. But, I think we just take it a moment at a time. So today, it's not, again, so much being technical as grab a cup of coffee, grab a rusk, sit down and let's talk. Okay, let's reflect. Let's think. I'm giving you permission. I'm giving you space over the next 2 hours to let your mind wander, to let yourself ask some hard questions, to look around the office, to look around and think about your business, think about your clients' businesses that you consult to. See what you like, see what you don't like. Ask yourself those hard questions about what you want to change, what you want to encourage, how you can encourage it, what you need to do, and leave the session hopefully with a game plan. Hopefully either feeling, okay, I've got this, or as all of us feel, we want to do better. Okay, I've yet to meet somebody that is an entrepreneur that doesn't believe they want to do better and they want to do things better. And it's hard because I think most of us have this sense of, are we doing the right thing? Are we doing it in the best way we can? How can we do better? And there are slippery, slidey points in life, okay? And that's one of the conversations we need to have today. There are a couple of points we need to have today, okay? I came across, well, those of you by now should know me, okay? This is me. This is who I am. I don't always know who that person is. I've done lots of different things over the last 20 years. It's been a fun ride, and I hope to keep on having a fun ride going forward. And thank you for inviting me into your space. Okay. So in the blurb that invited you into the space, we sort of said that business ethics is a guide that we surround ourselves with, the ethics that we basically coat ourselves with really in our organizations and the cultures that we create. This is going to work or being in a workspace or work headspace and creating an environment and creating a culture of good work ethic. Okay. And work ethic as in doing your work as well as the way that you conduct yourself in the workspace. So in my travels with all of this, okay, it is business ethics is seen as operational character of the business as a whole. So you can, and I think you'll hear me say this a couple of times today, but businesses have characters, okay? There are characteristics to businesses. And I think if you often associate brands with character of a business, okay? So if you say things, if you mention certain well-known brands, there's often a philosophy or a characteristic or something that they're known for, okay? And the way they do business is usually associated with their brand. So it's sort of the company's personality. It's what the company is known for. Now, as business owners and business leaders and business influencers, we set that tone. Okay, we are responsible for that tone. As accountants, we're pretty good at this when we walk into an organization, and you can get an idea as to how this place works by the way people behave. Okay. So we're looking at human behavior in an organizational context. We're looking at how people interact with each other at work. We're looking at sort of how we want people to interact at work. And, if you go to the Investopedia definition of business ethics, it's the study of appropriate business policies and practices. I do like the word appropriate because there's certain things that are appropriate at a bra on a Sunday and they're not appropriate in the office on a Monday. Regarding potential controversial subjects, okay? So, corporate governance, King, one of the very first chapters in King is ethical leadership. In quality management, one of the very first chapters is ethical leadership. Dealing with all the hotspot type issues. Okay. So essentially, what we are about and talking about is what is that ethical fiber? What is that moral compass that we want in a business that dictates and affects and determines the way people behave? Okay. I've seen someone, Honest Abe's used car sales. I think that was also known as a bit of an oxymoron, but exactly, trying to let people know that you'll give them a fair, square deal. The fact that used car salesmen people have got a reputation. What about, bankers being very straight-laced, auditors, our reputation of being dull and grey. What about the IT industry and the where you've got the aggressive business places and where it's acceptable to be aggressive, whereas other places it's expected to be conservative. Okay. So your behavior and the way that you engage with people.
I hope that you enjoyed that video. For more of our webinar videos, go to www.accountingacademy.co.za. Thank you and have a lovely day.